Hi guys, it's Breacher18, breaching board games one game at a time, and today we're going to be looking at Ghostel, coming soon to Kickstarter. So let's go take a look at it.
This is Ghostel. It's a 2 to 4 player game. I would recommend you playing it with a full complement of 4 players. And the idea is that you're ghosts in a hotel and you're trying to scare people from that hotel and gain points, and by gaining points you win the game. So most points wins. Right, so let's have a look at this in detail then. So each ghost has 3 dice to start off with. You can gain more dice throughout the game, but you can only ever place 3 dice on the people in the hotel. There's some cards here. There's scare tactics, spooky favours and terror bonuses. We'll have a look at those in a second. So a basic turn would go something like this. So each player would roll 3 dice. Okay. And then that gives them their numbers for the first turn. So obviously you'd add those 3 dice up. The highest total would go first. So we've added those totals up and we've established a turn order. So it's blue that has the most. So he or she will be going first. And then basically you take it in turns to move your ghost around the rooms. You can only ever move up, down, left or right. You can't move diagonally. And you place ghosts. On these cards, as you can see, we'll just take a quick look at this card. This is the number that you're trying to match or beat to scare this person out of the hotel. For successfully doing that, the first person with the highest number of pips on this card will get 8 points. The second person will get 4 and the third will get 2. And also you'll notice this is a little icon on here. This is what's called a phobia. So basically this person is really scared of that. So if you have these cards, which you are given one of each at the beginning of the game, a scare tactic and a spooky favour. Everyone's given one of them at the beginning of the game. And this tells you each of those what you can do. You can play these at any time during your turn unless it specifically says when you have to play it. So this is a great example. So as you can see, this scare tactic has this symbol on it. So if I want to scare Alicia, I can play this card on her because she's got a phobia of that, which would double my pip score on her. So I'm going to play blue first because that's the turn order, and I'm going to play this scare tactic on her. So I move there and it's only 5 and I can double that anyway. So I use my lowest scoring dice and then we place one of these tokens underneath it to say that that score is doubled because of the phobia. And then that phobia card is then discarded and then it's black's go. So have a look at these dice and we'll put, say, a 4 on Gino, so he goes there. And then the next one, it's red. We'll put a red on there. We'll put, say, 2. And then last but not least, there's white. So we'll put, I've only got 2 there, so we'll go for this one here. Then after you've done that, it goes back to the blue player again. You can only move up, down, left or right. So we'll go over to this one and we'll place a 5. And then it'll be the black one, and then we'll go here and place a 6. Then red will go here and place 3s, and then the white one we could go down here and place we'll place that 2, so 3, 4, 5, that totals 5. So we do that until everyone's placed all 3 of their dice, and then at the end of the round you basically look to see if the dice total adds up to or more than the number in the bottom right hand corner of the card. If it does, you successfully scare that person away, and the highest dice number on there gets the first place for the points, second and third. And then you move these around the track, so how many points you get. You then can spend your points on these cards here. So scare tactics cost 2 points, and they allow you to use phobias, so they're really useful. Or you can get spooky favour for 3 points. These allow you to do certain things, so re-roll any number of your dice, keeping the new result. This allows you to basically use this as any phobia card. You can use a ghostly barrier, so once you've placed your dice in, no one else can place a dice on that person. So it allows you to use different things. Or you can get a terror bonus, also for 3 points, which basically allows you to upgrade to a D8. So each of the colours has got a D8 there. So what you do is you drop one of your 3 dice and replace one of them with a D8. If you gain any more of those, all you would do is add an additional D6 to your pool, but you're only ever going to be placing 3 dice. Just means you can pick the highest amount of your dice total out of it. So they're pretty self-explanatory, and you can play them any time during your turn unless it specifies otherwise. So as scoring would go, so this one has got 6 on it, which is more than 5, and there's only black on there, so what that would mean is black would get 8 points. And then if they are successfully scared away, the cards are removed, discarded, and then replaced from the deck here. If you don't manage to successfully scare a person away at the end of the night phase, all it means is the pips are rounded down, so this 2 would become a 1, for example, because obviously it was only 2 on there, so it's nowhere near 5. And then you just round them down and the card stays in place. As you can see, some of the artwork's not complete. This is just a prototype. Other things to note is, like with this red one here, the symbols. Now, the symbols actually mean different things, which comes in this handy chart. So for this one, it means add 2 pips to the first die placed on this person. So these give you extra benefits, and sometimes they actually hinder your performance as well. So it's important to look out for these. And that is pretty much how you play Ghostel. Obviously the highest amount of points wins the game, and you play until the deck of the characters is completely exhausted.
So, Ghostel, what did I think to it? I really enjoyed it. Now it says it's from ages 12 and up. I'd actually say younger than 12 would be fine with this game. I've got a 9-year-old son who would have no problem playing this at all. I thought the theme was fantastic. I really liked the sort of nostalgia value with the Ghostbusters character names and also Scooby-Doo character names. I really enjoyed that. The artwork so far that I've seen is fantastic. It really fits the whole weight of the game really well because it's a light game. I'd definitely say it's more aimed at families, but I played with my gaming group and we enjoyed it. I'd definitely say rather than a dice placement, it's more area control, where you're trying to control the different people there and you're trying to scare them away to get the most points. I really enjoyed that element of it. I enjoyed the spooky favour cards and the phobia cards, and also the terror cards where you can add dice to your pool to increase chances of basically rolling higher numbers, but obviously you're only still ever placing 3 dice. I enjoyed the phobia aspect of it, where you can double your score by matching a phobia to one of the people in the hotel, and also the spooky favour cards allow you to do neat things with that, and also the actual powers of some of the cards down there allow you to do other things. Sometimes they actually inhibit you doing things, like one of them says once you've moved on to this you cannot then move from this person, so obviously you've got to bear that in mind when you're placing them. So I really enjoyed Ghostel. I can't wait to see the final project completed. It's on Kickstarter very soon. Please check it out and yeah, get backing.